everyone. Today we are going to learn about the classification of forest based on H.G. Champion. Okay, H.G. Champion. He classified the forest of India into several subheads. So let's study about it. First of all, let's draw the map of India. In order to learn to draw the map of India, please refer to my YouTube video where you can learn to draw the map of India within 60 seconds. Within 60 seconds, and that is also freehand. Please refer to that video so as to learn the map of India properly. It's really easy, you just need a little bit of practice and you'll have perfection. So now let's classify what H.G. Champion told. First of all, his first classification was tropical wet evergreen. Tropical wet evergreen. Okay, keep in mind tropical wet evergreen. So we'll demarcate it on the map. How? The areas include roughly the areas in the southern tip of India that include the Western Ghats, okay, the Western Ghats, okay, and the northeastern part that includes the Arunachal, Nagaland, Manipur, Mizoram and Tripura. So bear in mind, so these are the two areas where you will find tropical wet evergreen forest. What is the characteristics of such forest? There is rainfall 250 centimeter, 200 centimeter and above. You'll find trees that is lush green. Okay, now this is the first classification. Second, let's go on to classify the second subheading, that is tropical semi-evergreen. Okay, tropical semi-evergreen. Now bear in mind, such type of forests are found near the tropical wet evergreen. Okay, near the tropical wet evergreen you will find tropical semi-evergreen. Now that is in this area. Or you will find it in the other part of the Western Ghats. Okay, this area. Or you will find it in the Mahanadi coast. Okay, the Mahanadi, you'll find tropical semi-evergreen forest, and you'll find the semi-evergreen in Uttarakhand. And where else? These are the major areas where you'll find tropical semi-evergreen. Now the third classification is tropical moist deciduous. This include the area that is, any guesses? Okay, let's start demarcating it. It's the northeast, entire northeast. Okay, the rest half, this area, then this area. Okay, then you'll find it in the West Bengal, then the boundary areas of Nepal. Okay, you'll find it in this area. Understood? Where else? You'll find it in the rest of the Western Ghats, the entire coast. Okay, where else? And covering it, enclosing that thing. Okay, now, and moreover this part, the area in Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, part of Madhya Pradesh, this area also forms tropical moist deciduous. Bear in mind, this tropical moist deciduous is the maximum in India. Okay, it's a maximum in India. The density of tropical moist deciduous is the maximum in India. The next classification is littoral and swamps. Littoral and swamp. Now we have studied about littoral and swamps where we have studied it in where do we find our swamps? Mangroves. We find it in the Sundarban Delta. Okay, we find it in the Odisha coast. We find it in where else do we find it in? We find it in Krishna Delta. We find in Godavari Delta, Krishna Delta. Okay, we find it near Chennai. We find it in Pennar, Punyar Delta. Then where else do we find it? Okay, these are the major areas where we find it. Now next classification goes to tropical dry evergreen. Now tropical dry evergreen. Now this type of forest is really special because it is formed because of the northeast monsoon. So where do we find it? So because of the northeast monsoon, we mainly find it in the Tamil Nadu, because as the southeast monsoon recedes, it takes the form of northeast monsoon, right? And it brings rain in this part, and this part have such kind of vegetation, tropical dry evergreen. Okay, next we'll talk about tropical dry deciduous. Yes, now this is also really important because after tropical moist deciduous, the maximum area in India is covered by these type of forest. So we'll find it in lot of areas. That includes this area, that includes your entire Ganga Delta, then your MP, okay, then Maharashtra, parts of Karnataka, okay, Gujarat. This covers this area, okay, as well as you'll find it in the leeward side. The leeward side is that is the drier side. Okay, the windward side receives the rain, but the leeward side does not receive rain, so you'll find it here. Okay, now next comes tropical thorny. Tropical thorn. You'll find tropical thorny in which areas? These areas. In the southern peninsula, the rest shaded that is left, you'll find it here. Okay, we'll find the desert type in Gujarat. Okay, we'll find it in Rajasthan. We'll find in some parts of Rajasthan. Okay, then where else? Yeah, that's it. Now next go. After tropical thorny, we have subtropical broad-leaved hill. Subtropical broad-leaved hill. Leaved, L-E-A-V-E-D. Leaved means it is elevated. It is elevated. Broad-leaved hill. Okay. Now that includes areas such as which area? This includes areas. Okay, it will be there some parts of Assam, then some parts of Assam, then some parts of the Uttarakhand. Okay, yeah, that's it. Then comes subtropical moist pine. Subtropical moist pine. Subtropical moist pine. Now this includes areas such as in Nagaland, Manipur. Okay, this includes areas of Arunachal Pradesh. This include areas of our Uttarakhand. Okay, this include areas of Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh, J&K has been filled up by these kind of species. Okay, subtropical moist pine. Now we have subtropical dry evergreen. Subtropical dry evergreen, subtropical dry evergreen. Now this includes areas very little amount can be found, that too mostly in the Himalayan regions. Okay, mostly in the Himalayan regions. Then we have subtropical dry evergreen, we are done. Then we have montane wet temperate. Montane wet temperate. Now this includes areas in the rest of Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, and where else can we find it? Mostly in these areas. Okay, then comes Himalayan moist temperate. Himalayan moist temperate. Now this includes which area? This includes, the Himalayan region. Okay, this includes this area. Then this includes further south. Okay, this includes mostly in the northern half. Next we have Himalayan dry temperate. Himalayan dry temperate. This has Himalayan dry temperate is Himalayan dry temperate. It's quite little, just there. Okay, then we have lastly subalpine and alpine. Subalpine and alpine, which is mainly found I'm out of colors in this area. Okay, in this area, subalpine, in this area. Okay, and rest, as we see, this area that is left is mainly arid, hot desert. This is hot desert, that is the Great Thar Desert, and this is the cold desert, Leh Ladakh region. Okay, thank you for bearing me. Hope you learned something. Please subscribe to my channel. There are further videos coming up that might help you in your geography preparation. Bye.